Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, I want to talk to you guys about claiming Spark. So for those who don't know what Spark is basically a XRP utility fork, which means you'll get some free Spark for just holding XRP. And I get the question a lot, how do you claim it? How do you get it? And it's very, very simple. If you have your money, your XRP on one of these exchanges right here, which is basically every exchange except for Coinbase or Binance.us, you're completely fine and there is most likely nothing else you need to do. Now, if you don't though, if you have your money on Ledger or any other self-custody wallet or on Coinbase or Binance US, keep watching because I'll tell you guys what you need to do to claim your Spark and to get this free money. Now, before we get into that though, make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below. My question of today is, do you guys like Spark? Do you guys like Flare? Do you guys think this will make you rich? Put it in the comment section down below. And once more, those three things that I said in this now are to enter into our 100 XRP giveaway that we're giving away if we hit 1,000 likes within 24 hours. All right. So a lot of you guys have been commenting this, man, a lot. And it's so simple, all right? You just have to be on either of these exchanges, which if you're on Coinbase right now, which a lot of people are, I would recommend just taking your money from Coinbase and putting it on any one of these exchanges. And the same kind of goes for if you're on Binance.us, take it off and put it on one of these exchanges. Why I am not saying put it on a hardware wallet like Ledger is because then there's more steps attached, like you can see on Status's website here, who is Status on Twitter as well. Yes, that's the guy I get everything from here. He's made some guides which are trustworthy and very, very simple. So that is that. Now, here's his guide on how to claim your money if you are on a Ledger, which is, again, the wallet that a lot of us use. If you don't have one and you want one, link is in the description down below. However, for this whole drop, I am personally not going to recommend anybody to use Ledger to do this. I would personally, which is what I've personally done, that's why I'm saying it, send your money to just an exchange for right now for a couple of days and then take it back out the 13th or something like that, because the snapshot is going to be the 12th, so you got to have your money in the 12th. But if you have to do these things on a Ledger, I don't know, I kind of feel like there might be something scary attached to it, which is why I'm personally not doing it. However, I can't prove there is something fishy going on, and I actually have no basis to make these claims, rather than the idea that there might be something which I personally don't understand, and that's keeping me away from doing it. I personally think it's way better to just send your money to one of these places so you're completely done because they take control of everything, and not that much will happen because it's just a couple of days. However, keep in mind, if you give your money to an exchange, it is legally their wallet. So if they ever quit, you've lost your money in a certain sense. But again, that's without any exchange, and I don't really mind that. So what do you need if you have your own wallet and you want to claim this? Get a wallet. I guess that's a simple step. You need to have at least Ledger firmware 1.6.1 or 1.2.44 for Nano X. This is actually mandatory for a lot of different things right now. If you have not used a Ledger in a while, it's most likely just an older version. If you go into Ledger Live though, on the top right, it will say update your firmware, and all you have to do is just, I think, turn it off and on a couple of times. And sometimes it may be so that you first update to version 1.6 and then have to update manually to 1.6.1 again. Doesn't matter though. It's a pretty simple thing. But also make sure to either re-download or to make sure you have a later version of the XRP app on there. And download these things only from the Ledger official website. Don't use any second party. Don't even press any links right here if you don't have to. Make sure you just really do this carefully because there's a lot of scams going on right now. So be careful with that. Make sure a non-custodial Ethereum address. Only MyEtherWallet, MetaMask Ethereum account on the Ledger Nano, or any Ethereum wallet where you control the secret key. Don't use Ethereum address you have on Binance, Coinbase, or any other crypto exchanges, because that's going to make everything a lot more difficult or even maybe impossible. 3. Message key. The message key is 02 followed by 24 zeros plus your Ethereum address, and Chrome browser, download and use the latest version of the Google Chrome or equivalent Brave. I don't even know if that's necessary, but all right, let's quickly check out here whatever info they have more, because this is kind of a strange guide, right? It doesn't show everything, so let's check it out here to see the full in-depth guide on this. This is just kind of a baseline for what you're going to need, but let's see how exactly you got to do this. So again, this is not official, but it's from Vitsevind, who made the guide, who is a pretty well-known developer for XRP things. So if you go to his official website, flare.visa.com, you'll most likely be fine. All right. Again, he is not a scammer. We've proven that a couple of times before now. He's a very well-known developer, and he's working officially with Ripple in some other ways through XRPL Labs. So, he's not a scammer in that sense. So I do trust him. He's also Dutch. So that, again, bonding power, nationalism, I don't know. But again, he's from XRPL Labs, also from the Zoom app and the XRP tip bot, the creator of that one. So once more, pretty safe guy in that sense. Visit flare.visa.com. Check all the boxes under step 1, disclaimer, warnings, and acknowledgements. Click continue. And that is all just, again, that there's a risk involved and that's not their fault if something goes wrong, right? It's always your own fault, which you have to agree with if you want to do this. But once more, in my opinion, you could better just put your money on an exchange, save effort, save risk because they claim it all. But once more, let's go on for people that want to do it for the ledger. Choose step 2B, don't use sum. Select option 2B if you don't want to use xrptoolkit.com to claim Spark tokens using a Ledger Nano. Click on the continue button. If you want to claim Spark tokens for a read/write XUM account, select option 2A, XUM sign-in, which I don't recommend because this is more difficult. Generate Ethereum compatible account. Choose appropriate option if you don't already have an Ethereum account or if you already have a non-custodial Ethereum compatible address. Once more, just use either of these. Use either My Ethereum Wallet. You can, I think, use Ethereum on Ledger or use MetaMask. I would personally go for MetaMask. It's the simplest thing out there, so why not do that? Don't use the Ethereum address on an exchange, all right? Make sure you only do one for which you can get the private keys. Theoretically speaking, Exodus should work as well because you can export those private keys if you know how to do it. But again, keep that in mind that you're doing it that way. My Ethereum wallet is very simple. MetaMask is very simple. So you can go for those two if you had to ask me. If you don't already have one, if you are unsure or if you want to create a new compatible account for privacy reasons, which I recommend, by the way, I personally would not use an old one. I would just make a new account or a new address and work with that one because a couple of things are going to be public, which we'll talk about in just a second. Generate a new Ethereum account using, for example, My Ethereum Wallet or myetherwallet.com officially, or any other trustworthy alternative. Do your own due diligence, not financial advice. If you press the wrong link, people might steal your money. Be careful with this type of stuff, and make sure you check links 3 times, all right, if you're downloading things which have to do with money. It's very, very, very cautious. Oh, I just almost threw my water. If you created my new own Ethereum compatible account, proceed. If you already have a non-custodial Ethereum compatible account that looks like this, generated from a private key, mnemonic 12, 16, or 24 words, or hardware wallet you own, and you have access to, skip this step, yada, yada, yada. So that, again, is the big question. Provide Ethereum compatible account address. Copy your Ethereum address from your non-custodial wallet, i.e., so for example, My Ethereum Wallet or MetaMask, and enter it into the field under Ethereum compatible account address. And by the way, all of this is done on the website that is said right at the top somewhere here. It was... What was it now, just guys? We saw the website link somewhere. Oh, here. Flare.visa.com is where you can do all of this and arrange it. And again, the website itself, if you go to that one specifically, you're quite safe. But what's going to happen from further than that, I cannot guarantee. Once more, I cannot recommend. But it is a possibility, and there's been thousands of people who have done it this way. So it's not like it's a sure risk. I just personally don't like it for stuff you'll see in just a second. Copy your Ethereum address from your non-custodial wallet and enter it into the field under Ethereum compatible account address. Please enter your address right here. A reference to this address will be stored on the XRP Ledger using the message key field on your XRP Ledger account. This reference will be public, and that's why I've said before, just do a new one because, well, a reference to this address will be stored on the XRP Ledger, right? So on the XRP Ledger, they will always be able to see the account that you put in there, and people can then connect your XRP and your Ethereum holdings to each other if they wanted to, which I personally do not like that idea. Your Ethereum compatible account address will have to look like this: OX and 40 AF09 characters. Ethereum compatible account address, you put it in there. It just, make sure that it looks like this and it's not a differing address. Some wallets, they make new addresses that look really odd or strange. Don't use that one, but make it look like this, all right? Make one that looks like that. Otherwise, if it doesn't look like that, make a new one. Connect your Ledger device to XRP Toolkit. Visit xrptoolkit.com/connect-wallet. Again, go to these sites perfectly to the dot. Don't mess around with like an asterisk or anything like that because you might get scammed. You might lose your money. Be careful. A lot of scammers are lurking on this. Don't go to like a .co. Don't mess up with stuff like that. A lot of people are really eager to scam you out of this. Please, guys. Open the XRP toolkit and connect your Ledger Nano S wallet. You need to connect your Ledger Nano S or X to PC and make sure you're signed into your XRP account on the Ledger. It's going to look like this right here. Connect your wallet, add an account to or from a Ledger Nano X or Ledger Nano S. Connect. In the menu bar, go to Account and select the Properties menu item and copy the value displayed on the page flare.bitrue.com, which we saw before. Paste the value in the message key field and click the Update button. And there's a link to that one. And congratulations, now wait for your Spark tokens because you've done everything. And here's a couple of disclaimers. Flare's token is called Spark. Flare is the world's first Turing complete federated Byzantine agreement network. After the utility fork happens, there is a 6-month period where XRP holders can claim Spark. Any unclaimed Spark after the end of the period are burned or destroyed, or /destroyed because it's the same thing. The objective of the distribution is that XRP holders can claim approximately a 1-to-1 amount of Spark to their XRP holdings. You are responsible for all your own crypto, secret wallet, blockchain security, etc. For support about Flare, the Spark token, you will have to contact Flare Networks, which I don't know how to do perfectly. This is their website that they use, and I think you can actually go on their... They have another website which you can go to, which is in this list as well. I'll show you guys in just a second if we get back there. I'll show you guys, just wait a little second. You have to contact Flare, or you can just do that on Twitter. If you provide incorrect information, Spark token may be distributed to an account inaccessible by you without the possibility of compensation or recovery, and the process to claim Spark tokens will be articulated closer to launch, which has already been done right now, because this is actually pretty damn obvious, I think. The whole guide is for informational purposes only, so don't take this as financial advice or anything like that. However, I do think it's quite clear whatever you need to do. And I do think it's a pretty cool infographic that's made, right? So here's a couple other things, I guess, warnings or stuff like that. David Schwartz, a very well-known man in the community and Ripple CTO, said, adding a memo key field for your account so that you can participate in the airdrop will not do anything to your XRP. It's safe to participate, just make sure that the tool you use to configure your account is downloaded from a reliable source. Right, so once more, there's nothing really dangerous to this whole process. The biggest danger lies in the fact that you can mess up and actually by accident go to the wrong website, or you've put in a wrong address, or you're not getting anything, or stuff like that. Manual error. Flare stealing your money is a very small chance, and Vitsavin stealing your money once more. I don't really think he can actually steal your money in any one of these steps, but still, once more, it's a very, very small chance. I see that as a 0% chance. And Flare, if you think about it, they have way more incentive to make this work rather than to steal your money. Because if this pulls through, Flare has 55% of the total amount of Spark, because the amount of XRP that Ripple has does not count, and they get that. So they have way more benefit in just letting Spark go successfully rather than making it go bad. So once more, there's really no issue in that sense, right? There's no issue in the security in that sense. The only thing I don't personally trust is myself, because I think I might do something wrong somewhere along the steps. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to accidentally put my private key somewhere where I just messed up and then did dumb stuff. So I'm just going to put my money on an exchange. At least the majority. I'm not even going to claim all the Spark. I'm just going to go for the majority, and some money that's hard to transfer I'm just going to keep because I don't care too much about the Spark anyway. I don't think it will make us really rich, but maybe it does, and then I'll have at least gotten, let's say, 75% of it. Here's a couple other tweets. Toa Lab said, we're seeing a lot of FUD about claiming Spark. By design, XRP Toolkit cannot access secret keys or your assets. It has no signing functionality. All transaction signing is done externally by a wallet of your choice, like, for example, MetaMask. That's all you are trusting because, you've done that before, right? I trust MetaMask in that sense as well. XRP Toolkit said, connecting a Ledger device to XRP Toolkit or Ledger Live costs nothing. Signing any transaction costs the standard transaction fee burned by the XRP Ledger to prevent spam. Flare said, to be a supporting exchange, the exchanges have to confirm to us that they will pass all fork proceeds on to their customers. And Vitsa said, trust your keys only to devices you trust, like XUM or your phone or your Ledger hardware wallet. Your keys never leave the device, so you can sign safely using any third-party tool that asks you to sign with that secure device. And our XRP firmware runs on every updated Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S. We supported vulnerabilities to Coil, BitThumb, R3, Ledger, Ripple, VMware, and others. Yet some people fear XRP Toolkit has no access, or that has no access to secret keys or sensitive information to begin with. So I personally do trust XRP Toolkit. I really see no doubt in that at all. I mean, there's really nothing that they could do. I just fear myself from messing something up and by accident doing something dumb. But here you can actually see how to see if your stuff is done correctly. Let's see here. This is your account and what it normally looks like. If your Ethereum address is being put in there as a memo, it's perfect, right? It's done properly, and that's basically all that it takes. How do you check if your Spark claim was done right? Go to BitThumb or livenetxrpl.org and input your XRP address, and then check if there's a Flare address added or account set message key. So there's a couple other ways to do this actually, but I would say that this is the easiest way if you're not a heavy developer or you don't care for developing or doing some other difficult steps. But again, I do not think that this is a sketchy, process, except for the fact that there are a couple of missteps you can take. It might take a little bit longer. You might lose some address somewhere along the way. You might make some manual error. This is not for the most beginner, even though the guide is pretty straightforward. And if you just literally follow this, which again, link you can see here, and you enter all links perfectly and just to the core, I personally don't think there's much that can go wrong, because they can't steal your money. They can't not really virtually do anything with that, unless they found some vulnerability in XRP. But if they do that, then, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because that means that everybody has lost their money anyway. So again, I don't think that any of that is going to be happening. However, I personally think it's way easier to just send it to an exchange and don't go through this process. But again, everybody has their own opinion. It's not that difficult to do this though. If you are really interested, just take a good look and don't mess up. And once more, if you have your money on Coinbase or Binance.us or any exchange that's not in this list, official list I think is on the Flare website, just take it off and deposit it somewhere else. It's not hard. You can always just put it back in a couple days later. And let me quickly see if I can find the official... No, I don't know where the official account is from Flare. No, I cannot find it here. Doesn't matter though. Here's also some statistics, which I haven't really seen before. 60,000 accounts settled the claim. XRP balance is 7.3 billion. XRP holdings increased 266 million in the week, and 30,000 new people. Top 3 exchanges: Binance with 1.7 billion, BitThumb with 1.5, and Coin1 with 340 million. So yeah, it's pretty damn cool if you start to think about it as well. So yeah, 7.3 billion. It's definitely, in my opinion, going to be a larger quantity than 1-to-1 for Flare. We're most likely going to be getting like 3 for 1. But I'm pretty excited for all this, guys. I think it's going to be cool. It's a new process. It's something completely new. So yeah, pretty damn cool. All right, pretty damn cool. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. Big shout out to Stedas, or however you pronounce it. I think it's Stedas, for providing this. And you can check him out over on Twitter at Stedas. And see you guys again in another one.